Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Chocó in Colombia. Let's start by zooming out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. Here is beautiful Colombia, one of my most favorite countries to talk about. Every time I research Colombia, I fall in love with it a little bit more. And last time we talked about Colombia, I was like, okay, I think I'm in love with Colombia as much as I could possibly be. And I was wrong. After researching this area, somehow I love it even more. I didn't know that was possible. Beautiful Colombia. Colombia is in northern South America. It is the only country in South America that has a Pacific and Atlantic coast. And as you can see, we are along the Pacific coast tonight. And very importantly, we are bordering Panama. Panama used to be part of Colombia. It won its independence with the help of the Americans who wanted to build a big old canal through Panama. So they got them independent of Colombia. But that's a story for another day. Really, this is important because this whole forest area is linked as the Chocó Darien biodiversity hotspot forest rainforest area. So here's the Darien in Panama. And then once you get to Colombia, it's known as the Chocó. This is the rainiest rainforest in the world. No other rainforest gets more rain than the Chocó, if you can believe it, and it's very wet. I don't have the stats written down because I'm sitting here in the dark and I can't read any. But it gets buckets of rainfall, even more than the Amazon. Now, this area, very famously known as the Darien Gap. You can see the road here. This is the Pan American Highway. Stops abruptly here because you just can't build a road through here. So if you're driving from Alaska to Tierra del Fuego, you have to get off and get a boat and go around to get back on the road because the forest here is impenetrable. There's no way you can build a road through this. It's very mountainous and very thickly forested. It gets really mountainous around here. You can see a branch of the Andes there. But yeah, there's lots of mountains throughout. And lots of various parks. We're going to look at this one up here called the Katíos. And this one's important because it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Let's pull up UNESCO, Los Katíos National Park. Sorry for the abrupt brightness. I hope that didn't disturb you. I didn't think it was going to load that fast. It says, extending over 72,000 hectares in northwestern Colombia, Los Katíos National Park comprises low hills, forests, and humid plains. An exceptional biological diversity is found in the park, which is home to many threatened animal species as well as many endemic plants. You can see some beautiful waterfalls here. Look at this. Very, very pretty. Let's see what this slideshow has for us. Oops. You can see some of the coast, which we'll talk about in a second. Haven't quite made our way up there. There's the big waterfall, which is a lot bigger than I thought it was from that picture. My goodness. Out in the river. Beautiful treetops. There it is from way up high in an airplane. Yeah, that waterfall didn't look that huge in that photo on UNESCO now, did it? Wow. How pretty. But yeah, surprise, we're also on the Atlantic coast. I got you. You thought we're only going to talk about one coastline. Surprise, Atlantic coast. Boom. Now, I didn't really find much to look at over here. Again, most of this is just forest. but we can look out. Make sure I don't wind up in Panama. Not today. There's a Kandi. Let's look at the playa. The Atlantic coast. Surprise! We're at both oceans today. You thought we were only going to one by the looks of it. Haha. There's a second ocean. Coming at you with the second ocean. Anyway. Let's talk history while we explore the forest. This area, of course, is home to many, many different indigenous groups. The most prominent, I believe, from my research, I could be wrong, but from what I read, would be the Embera peoples. Of course, the Spanish would arrive and claim this area, establishing little communities here. The most prominent being Quibdó, which has vanished. There it is, just a little more south. Quibdó, which is the capital of this region. You can see the river flowing through there. There's the Malecón, the ocean side, but we can see it here in this picture. Beautiful churches and Spanish architecture all throughout. The big industry in this area was lumber. As you can see, the river here, which I couldn't remember the name of it. I just remember it starts with an A. I can't read what it says. Atrato, that's right, the Atrato River. Perfect for flowing logs down, and you can see all of the areas that have been stripped away near the river here. Even though it's all fuzzy, that's right. There's parts of Quibdó that were all fuzzy. Yeah, see, look at it. There are parts that weren't loading, and I wonder if that's just Google Earth being silly or if there's a reason. I do not know. You can see there's like a mine over here too that's all blurred out. That makes more sense. But nevertheless, historically, logging was really big here. There's an indigenous community here. Let's take a look. Look at this bird. What in the world? That is a big, it's like some kind of duck creature. There's all kinds of endemic birds here. It's pretty amazing. Oh, they're doing some kind of cool dance or something. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Anyway, lumber. Indigenous population was either not resisting or was passing away from diseases introduced by the Spanish. It's Pizarro. My goodness, cascada. So they started to bring in kidnapped Africans to use as slaves. A lot of them, actually. There was a very large population of slaves here. However, as you can see, this area is very thickly forested. What are we looking at here? I guess a beach. And if one were to just run into the forest, you'd be very hard to find. People usually would not come running after you. Here's some good pictures over here. Oh well. So maroon communities began, which are communities of escaped slaves or servants that have formed their own societies out in the wilderness. A lot of maroon communities, that's pretty. A lot of maroon communities attacked like the main, usually Spanish or whatever colony they were escaped from. The main towns there, mainly to gather supplies and rescue other people. I didn't read anything like that here, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. All the maroon communities I read about in the Caribbean do that. There's some whales. I know there's a lot of whale watching that happens out here. I assume humpback whales? You can see some whale bones here. That's what a whale skull looks like. Do you know that whales have hip bones? Isn't that crazy? They still have hip bones, kind of the same way that we still have tailbones. Though they don't need hips anymore, they still got hips. That's so cool. Anyway, what I'm leading to, oh my goodness, look at the book. What I'm leading to, let me finish the story, is that Chocó has the largest Afro-Colombian population in Colombia today. Because one, so many people were brought here from Africa, and two, so many survived their capture and slavery in these maroon communities. And, once slavery was abolished, all these communities became like legitimate areas. Like, I wonder if these communities, I'm sure some are indigenous, but I wonder if some of them are maroon communities. I don't know. I wonder if there's any, I didn't check for any whale watching slideshows here, because I know that whale watching is big business out here. But I don't even know where I would look. I guess we can look at this park here in Jurado. No, there's a big crab though. He's whale watching. But yeah, this is a beautiful little corner of the world. Well, you know who else lives here? Our poison dart frogs. The most poisonous creature in the world. Poison dart frogs. And yes, the local populations here would use them in poison darts, hence the name poison dart frogs. Now remember, if you bite it and get sick, it's poison, but if it bites you and you get sick, it's venom. English lesson for you. So the frogs are poisonous, they're not venomous. Snakes are venomous because they bite you. But if you bite the thing and get sick, it is poison. Some people don't know the difference. Now you do. Anyway, I think those are really cool. I think they're beautiful, and I think they're beautiful on purpose because they want you to touch them. But if you touch them, it's game over for you. You're in a bad way if you touch a poison dart frog. My goodness. Do we look at this one? Nope. How about Tumbes Chocó? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Anyway. The Chocodarian moist forests. That's the name I haven't heard this place called, the moist forest. Say that 10 times fast. I'm trying to see if there's any other natural pictures out here, but I think we've seen all of the highlights. How about this one? Nope. I think we've seen all of the best ones. But I've watched some really cool videos of tours and like escapades you can take out here in the forest, mainly out to indigenous communities. And it seems incredible. It's like, man, I already have too many places in Colombia I want to visit, and now I have another one. I really need Colombia to stop having such a chokehold on me. Let me go, please. But also don't let me go. I love Colombia. Look at all the pretty deltas here. You can see just how swampy and marshy it gets out here along the coast. The life here is, I'm sure, absolutely thriving. Oh, no pictures of the mangroves. That's unfortunate. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here, I think. As always, I encourage you to look around here. See if you find anything else. I haven't been tapping on the little towns because any town I tapped on before when I was researching had no pictures, so yeah. Anyway, maybe you can find some and you can let us know in the comments. Maybe you're from Colombia and you can hop over here on vacation or something or to visit and take some pictures and upload them to Google and let me know so that we can all look at your pictures. That would be fun. Shout out to the Colombian viewers. You guys are amazing. Man, I love Colombia a lot. You guys are fantastic. Invite me to your country. Someone fly me out. I'm desperate. I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this style of content, please consider subscribing. I haven't decided yet because I haven't scripted out the next episode in this, but I'm pretty sure it's also going to be tablet only because we're hopping over here. We're hopping over here to St. Lucia. I'm pretty sure it's going to be tablet only. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational. Just look at the Darien, why not? How can you not? It's like such a famous spot in the world. Impenetrable. I hope you found this video to be relaxing and educational. Did I tell you to leave me a thumbs up? Please leave me a thumbs up. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. And I hope that you have a good